everybody, it's Debbie. Welcome. You're at your home, your happy place where I, as a former professional interior decorator, stager, and realtor, love to share everything home. And I'll tell you what, my goal always in this channel is to help you find your style, to help you find your colors if you have. I personally like all colors pretty much. I used to say I didn't like brown, but hello, you're gonna see some brown coming up in my future, not to mention I'm wearing a little bit of goldish brown right now. But I just really, also knowing what you don't like. Every now and then some people will go, oh, I would have done this. Oh, I don't like that at all. This was better. And it's like, good. I am so glad that that's what you are able to articulate, because it makes very clear for you something that you don't like, which is just as important as what you do like. And I have been in a place where I don't know, I've decorated with things that weren't me. And I don't even remember why. It might have just been, hey, this is the trend or whatever. This is before I became an interior decorator. And one of the reasons that pushed me into becoming an interior decorator was being pushed in a kitchen renovation by people who were not out for my taste. They were out for theirs. And it was a huge nightmare for me as far as, you know, ending up spending a lot of money on something I was not happy with. And, you know, I think some of us may have more backbone and just say no. But honestly, if you don't know what you don't like and you go, oh, well, they're the professional, so I should go with what they want, you're going to back down. And so just like play with things and say, you know, this is still not doing it for me, and just keep playing until you find something that, even if it's not perfect, it will make you happy in your home. And it is your home and your space, and it's important in your space to feel comfortable and like you belong. And so that's where we're at. Today we're in my sitting room. So we have this side of the top floor of our house is like the suite. Our bedroom, which we were in last week, I've actually done some more work in there, but we're not going in there today. And we're going to do most of this room today, which is the sitting room. I'm going to do shelf styling, some more shelf and I don't know what to call styling over in part of the kitchenette, and then the chase area. And we're going to talk my color story. And it's a very peaceful room for me. Has a lot of, I mean, I come here to record my other channel, Trump Sounding, which if you have not been over there, I actually just posted a long post yesterday, and I'll probably be coming back in there next week with a video. And gosh, did I mention your prayers, you guys? Thank you so much. I was really disturbed a week or two ago on a vacation, and I shared that story at the end of my last video, and I'll have that linked below if you're interested. You all, so many of your comments were, you know, you were so sorry that I went through that. You were praying for me. You shared scripture with me. You shared tips on how to be safe, just so much. And I'm so appreciative. I was telling somebody, it's like, I know I don't have 8,000 comments, but with more than 8,000 subscribers, I know I am getting a lot of prayer support, more than I could get in some churches because they're not that big. You guys are a huge community, and you really bless me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am doing great now. I really, really am. So let's start decorating. We're in my sitting room today, and sorry, when the sun's out, it's hard with all my windows to get a really bright shot for you. But this is the room that's between our master bedroom and our bath. And I'll just take you out here really quick because there's many new subscribers. You have not seen this area. This is a little balcony that is sort of built in to the roof. There you go. And then from there you can see the view, which is about to get much bigger as those leaves start to fall. I'm going to start over here. I'm not changing out my picture. I almost did. I thought about bringing that gorgeous gold into my bedroom. Oh, I mean, you know, maybe next year I will. I don't know. But I do love it here, and I did change out my lamp. So I think I had a little seashell lamp. So keeping a little bit of something that reminds me of the coast is bamboo. And I don't ever like to get a lamp that's way too high in here. I know it's covering it. I believe, this is a heavy picture. I believe we've hung it higher before, but I'm just gonna leave it because Christmas will be here soon and who knows what we'll be doing. My color story in here was considering what I'm doing in this room versus, you know, in here. Now I do have that deep gold. That is the one spot. And I didn't think about playing off of it. And yet maybe I did. I thought about those yellows and blues in that picture. So I assume that picture is going to be my inspiration for this space. So I'm looking at that blue in the water and trying to come up with a throw that might be close to it. And I think this one does the trick. It's a good substantial throw with a little texture. And this is a spot I like to record my Trump sounding videos in. I just feel really comfortable and cozy there. And I went through several pillows. This pillow, now that I'm standing here looking at that gold, I think, you know, I questioned myself because there's so much green in it. But that again was before I got what you're going to see in another area in a minute. And then there's just a touch of blue. So this is what I went with. I knew I wanted a little vignette there, pumpkins, candles, but I wanted it on a base. And while I'm going to be covering this up a little bit, you'll still see hints of the blue, green, and yellow all being pulled through. Cute little legs on it. I'd like a shorter candle holder. I tried it without a candle holder. I don't think it really did the trick. So this is Amazon, and this was Mainstay. That's Walmart. And this one's Mountain River. It's a beautiful scent, but it really is. It's a gray blue, which I think works well in here. And then my soft yellow and blue and cream. Now I could have stuck a green one in there, but I really wanted a little bit of a neutral. So for me, this is a color story. The highlights in that picture that jump out at me, I know the gold is kind of a grounding color for me in there, but that yellow and blue really stand out. And so those are the colors that I really pulled out to bring this together. And it's just pleasing to my eye. I love this. So this is the other side of the room, and this piece of furniture, I've got two furniture styles going, or brands in my house. My coffee table, my kitchen table, my dining room table, and in my studio, and then our bedroom furniture, this hutch, and then the table, little table between the chaises are two different lines. One's more curvy and the other one has some of this hardware on it. And I've linked them before, and I'll try if somebody's looking for. I mean, I love this. Comes with at least one, if not two more shelves. I've just got them out of there. And of course, they're adjustable in there. They're glass shelves, and it's a lit cabinet, and I do love it. I've already put a little pumpkin up there using the beautiful shells, and I kept my other shell big dish up there. There's only a few places in the house I can put that, and I just love it here, so I leave it. I did have my pictures down. I tried these in the family room. I tried them in my bedroom. Originally, they were bought for our bedroom. So in the end, I just brought them back in here, but I do have a nice amount of green going on, and so I think it still works nice. So we're just going to style these shelves very simply. I have been someone who has not used a lot of photographs in my houses, and I am trying to change that. With 7 grandchildren and 3 kids that are married, I just really want to embrace seeing my family around me. And this picture was taken, I think it was just 2 years ago, but it could have been 3. We were in a beautiful place in Tennessee, Nashville area, and it was a botanical garden at a historic, there was a historic, I don't know, house or plantation. I don't recall that part, but the grounds were gorgeous, and that tree that we're in front of was spectacular. I got this last year. I think it was still available this year at Hobby Lobby or Kirkland's. I can't remember which. I love the texture. And a soft blue. So I don't know what you use a sitting room for, especially one that would be so private like this. I love it. I mean, you can see the sun coming in. This is such a real, it's almost like a secret place. I say that just because I mean, I don't know if that got to me, but I'm getting ready to hold up a few books. This is Secrets of the Secret Place. So my point in bringing it up is especially this time of year, as we go into winter, I love to read, and I used to never read fiction. I always did Christian nonfiction, and I have so much, and I keep them and reread. And like this one that I'm showing you here, look at this. I think the cover's off of it. Should I show you something, you guys? I am going to show you. I don't think I've ever shared this. Wow. So where I used to live, we had a big field. Was common ground behind our house. And every morning, well, not every morning, but most mornings, there would be a smoke or fog that would be in there. And I just found it so beautiful. There you go again. And so I would take early morning walks, and sometimes I would take pictures. And these are, as you can tell, these are back before cell phones took pictures. So these are old. And when I got them developed, I'm not going to show all, but I'm going to show you one. I just did not understand, because you can see the size of the tree and you can see the size of that. I remember showing it to my father and saying, "What do you think that is?" Take a close look, you guys, and you let me know. Anyway, if you are interested in those kind of things, join me on my other channel. I haven't filmed lately, but I did post yesterday. I intend to get through a lot of those. And this is another photo. I've showed it before, probably last year, because I didn't take it out of this pumpkin frame, but this is my mom and dad, who have long since passed, with holding my 40-year-old in the little blanket and my 41-year-old in my mom's arms. So I keep this pretty, like, I don't really like to overdo, because when I shut these doors, the only thing that's really gonna not be as easily seen unless you're off to the side is that main picture. Everything else has been put in there in a way that it's captured and you can see it. This is part of my, I'd call it a little kitchenette. On either side of my glass doors, one side has the wet part and a little bit of storage, and the other side is our microwave area and some storage in a refrigerator. So normally, I mean, this isn't a big space to decorate. I added this mirror shortly after we moved in, and I'm really happy with it. So I haven't thought to change that out yet. But today I'm going to add a new find that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, and I'm really excited. So this week at Hobby Lobby was 50% off pictures or wall decor, and I really took advantage of it. There were a lot of little things I was looking for, and some that I had seen like the week before, but I refused to buy when I knew they'd be less the next week, and this was one. I know there's a glare. There we go. I love that it almost looks like there's a wallpaper behind it. It's just a probably slightly walnut frame. And then the print and script on there says, "All I want is you and me always." And so we're up in the private area. So I'm going to use a little plate stand to lift it up higher. I can't believe this is even Pier 1. All those years later. They last forever. I apologize for the glare. The sun is out and it's bright today, but when you're standing right next to it, you can read it completely. There's no faucet in the way, and I'm going to just build out on either side of it. So this is a really pretty topiary, and I had it here before. I just really love how I got in the same spot. I love how it frames the picture, and it's in the green family. I just think it looks really pretty. Now I tried a ribbon around it in the middle area, and you just can't pull it off because there's little branches that come out, and it just didn't look good. So this is a big change for me here. Pop in a couple little pumpkins. My paper towels, I'm bringing in a deeper color here. Definitely fall. And you know, I love using the Michael Design Works soaps. I get mine at TJ Maxx for a lot less than I'm going to link them, which they're always available. It may not be that exact one. A fall scent, I can get a fall scent for you from Amazon and link it below. Now I may add another pumpkin or something over on the left side, but this area here is done. So I rarely swap out the items up here. I am going to take that pink away. I don't have any pink going on. And I know I'm using a soft blue, but this is very mild and it's going to be up high. So I think it works. It definitely picks up from the bedroom, but I just wanted something with a little color and pattern to go on my dish shelf. I have these in a couple colors. I know I have them in yellow and aqua. Sometimes you guys know who it is. I forget who they are. Let's see what it says. Oh, 2225th. Well, I get these at Home Goods, but they are on Amazon at times. Seeing the little tea holder, I decided to go downstairs because I was pretty sure I had a teapot that matched, and I do. So we're going to pop that up there, and then a couple of coffee cups. So I added a few little pumpkins. It's a gray blue in there. And I stole this little guy from my fireplace mantle in my bedroom, but I wasn't really done with that. So we're going to just add him here. Scoot this over a little. And then this piece, which is a cast iron doorstop, but I usually use it for decor. He's going to make a nice backdrop for this pale blue pumpkin. Now, is it the prettiest? No. But again, sometimes you have to just work with what you have, and I don't have a lot of things that would work up here. So this is where we're stopping with this. If I run across some things as I'm still decorating, I will change it out. Well, thank you for joining me today. Please don't forget to give me a like. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I love creating spaces that have certain feelings to them as far as they really try to bring a sort of presence, like in your bedroom, or you want it to be peaceful. At least most people would, so that when they get in there, it's not distracting. It's a restful spot. Or maybe in your kitchen, it's a little bit more of a hustle bustle, so there may be a little bit more going on. You don't really calm that down as much. In this space, for me, it is similar to a library, except when I think of a library, I think of walls of books and a moody space, a little bit like my husband's office. But this is a little bit more feminine, which he doesn't mind. And I love filming my other channel videos in here. I love studying and reading in here. And it's just that, I don't know, it is really a secret place for me and I love it. So I hope you got some ideas. I'll link everything below. Don't forget to check out my shopping stores on Amazon, and I have links for all of those in the description. And I'll see you next time at your home, your happy place. Have a great weekend. Mwah!